Will Howard, our trio of officials. Steven Anderson has the ball. The tap won by Chewa. Georgia with the first possession, and we are underway with the SEC schedule here in 2024. The Bulldogs will work to our left in black. Demery drives on the dribble to the basket and lays it up off the window, good for the first points of the game.
Well, you know, Mike White told you that they like to overcommit on defense. They were doing that out front. So once he got the step, there was nobody between him and the glass to lay it up and in.
Missouri's first touch of the game. Georgia with a 2-0 lead. Tamar Bates, top of the key, guarded by Thomason. Skips it to the wing to Shaw. Now Noah Carter with the basketball on the dribble down the baseline. Matched up with Chewa. Reverses course, dribbles into the paint, feeds it along the baseline, and East with a reverse lay-in to tie the game at 2. Sean East averaging 17, got the first 2 of the game. Georgia, quick answer with a Scana Energy 3 from the left corner. Jabri Abdur-Rahim, good to see him finding the bottom, Chuck, after the last outing.
Yeah, when he gets going like that, he can light it up in a hurry. We've seen him put, 16 and 18 and a half.
Abdur-Rahim just 1 for 8 in the win over Alabama A&M a week ago today. He hits his first attempt of this ball game to put Georgia up 5-2. Now Carter will answer for Missouri with a 3 from the right wing, right in front of our bench. 5-5 is their score here in Columbia. Georgia with the possession. Demery dribbles on the logo with the left hand. Guarded by Honor, swipes at the ball, they knock it loose, picked up by East, throws it into the front court. Honor catches, spins, dribbles it through the paint, bounces it over to Tamar Bates, and a baseline 2 off the break is good, and Missouri has a 7-5 lead.
Bates, nice shot, but Bates can shoot. He's 40% from behind the arc, he's 50% from the floor, and he's 90% at the free throw line.
Sunahara with a wraparound at the rim to Chewa under the basket. A pump fake by Big Russell, and then he scores after the defender gets in the air. 7-7. A little more than 2 minutes into the ball game. East on the dribble. Sean East, 6'3", graduate transfer, played at UMass and Bradley in junior college before Missouri. Jump shot straight away by the Tigers is off the rim, rebounded by the Dogs and Chewa. Demery, the freshman from Raleigh, dribbles it through the center circle. Goes into the corner to Sunahara, passes up the wing. Demery's 3 is off the rim, but the rebound right back to him.
He followed it. And he got it.
And in the corner, turns it over down in the far left corner against Missouri pressure. The Tigers take it away. Now Honor has it in front court. Here's East trying to drive against Demery, and Demery gets a body on him and is whistled for the foul. That'll stop play with 16:56 to go. Silas called for the foul. First of the game.
Yeah, and Silas having a little break. Had 2 turnovers and then that foul pretty quickly there.
And Mike White will get Justin Hill into the game. Hill with one of the best assist-to-turnover ratios in the Southeastern Conference. 4th best. 42 assists, only 14 turnovers for Justin Hill. Honor to throw it in. Former Clemson Tiger, now a Missouri Tiger. Big Vanover is in the game, 7'5", picked up a low pass in the paint, jump hook on the turnaround off the rim, and the rebound to Georgia. Thomason with the basketball, dribbles to his right, foul line extended right, jump on the fadeaway 2 is good.
Noah expressed a lot of excitement about the opportunity to play in the SEC, get that started. He wants to see how he stacks up, having played at Niagara, how he stacks up against this kind of competition.
His jumper has given Georgia the lead 9-7, and now Missouri turns it over in front court, and the Dogs will inbound far right corner on the side. Sunahara will feed it into Hill. Missouri in a man-to-man defense. Nick Honor at 5'10", formerly of Fordham and then Clemson, and now Missouri. Guards the ball, and Justin Hill. He lobs it to Thomason. Moves left, back to the right, straight away. 3 is good. Right top of the key, a Scana Energy 3 for Noah Thomason. And the Dogs stretch it out to a 12-7 lead. Tigers basketball with East. Curls to the baseline, right side. Picked up by Chiwa. Skips it up the wing to Honor. Rotate the ball over to the left side of the floor. Here's Bates at 6'5". Matched up with Sunahara now, trying to back his way into the paint. Cross court, it comes to Carter. Open three is good by Noah Carter, the 6'6" graduate
spot
from Northern Iowa.
That's his spot, and his second three from that spot.
12-10, Dogs by 2 with the ball. Jabri on the baseline. He picks up his dribble. Up the wing to Sunahara. And through his hands and out of bounds near half court. And that'll get us into our Dogs come out of the timeout with Justin Hill and Noah Thomason. Jabri, Chiwa, and R.J. Melendez on the floor now. Missouri has the basketball after the Georgia turnover just prior to the timeout. This is Anthony Robinson, a freshman, on the floor now for head coach Dennis Gates' Missouri Tigers. They get it to Carter. Broke away from his defender, and he'll get an easy two-handed dunk for the Tigers to tie the score at 12.
Yeah, and he's got 8 of them. They got 12 points. He's got 8.
Couple of threes, and that dunk by Carter, the transfer from Northern Iowa. Georgia basketball gets away down on the baseline. Touched out last by Missouri. It's going to be the Dogs' ball. 17's on the shot clock down to the left end of the floor. 14:58 on the game clock. We're tied at 12. Melendez in their far right corner. Double team. They get the ball to Jabri for a three. Strokes it home. Left of the circle. Good. That's his second of the game. Jabri 2 for 2 on his threes. And the Dogs take a 15-12 lead. Both teams still making baskets and not missing many shots. Missouri with the possession. Bates, fadeaway 2, left side. There's a miss. The big 7'5" Vanover couldn't get 2 hands on it.
We got
the
one.
Tigers have lost it out of bounds.
He got 1 on it, and that's all we needed because he knocked it out of bounds.
Connor Vanover, a Bill Walton throwback with the long hair, the shaggy beard.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure I'd make that comparison.
Well, from a look standpoint.
Oh,
got the headband on.
Okay. Maybe from the look standpoint, I'll give you that.
Although he was the Defensive Player of the Year in the Summit League last year at Oral Roberts. Missouri is his 4th school. Started out at California, transferred to Arkansas for a couple of seasons. Most recently at Oral Roberts, and now here at Missouri. 7'5", 230 pounds. Dogs with a 15-12 lead and the ball. Hill brings it over the logo into the front court left. Works against Robinson, the freshman. All the way to the basket. Floats it up with one hand, left it short. Rebound to Missouri. Here come the Tigers now, left to right. Along the baseline. Shot blocked by Deloach on the drive by Bates. Dogs want to run the floor. Blue Cane's got it. Fakes the pass and will sweep it up and in off the backboard.
Beautiful.
Good for a lay-in.
And again, this is Georgia bringing fresh legs on the floor.
Kane and Deloach on the floor for the Dogs. Here's Missouri. From the elbow, the jumper, Sean East, is good. The 6'3" graduate from Louisville, Kentucky, knocks it down. 17-14, Dogs. Ball loose in the front court for the Dogs. Missouri's going to pick it up and score on the other end. Long pass to Tamar Bates and an easy lay-in, and it's 17-16. Missouri's defense, or Georgia's sloppiness, forcing turnovers. That's 4 for the Dogs already here in the half. And Missouri's making us pay for our mistakes. Although the Dogs lead by 1. Hill on the drive. He curls around, fouled on the reach around by Anthony Robinson from behind. He lost his man defensively and tried to impede his progress by reaching his arm around his waist, and he's called for the foul. And when you do that, you shouldn't do it right in front of the official. First foul on Anthony Robinson, and the first foul on the Missouri Tigers. Dogs by a point, 17-16. With the ball, Hill will inbound left baseline down to our left in front court. Noah Carter at 6'6". Will guard the inbound throw. Anthony Jordan, one of the officials, just waiting for play to continue. Now he hands Hill the ball, and here we go. Justin looking. Baseball pass to Blue Cane, far side. Move it quickly into the left corner. Melendez has it for the Dogs. RJ, high dribble, crossover to the basket, wrap around to Deloach. He was open for a minute.
Oh, he got fouled.
He did get
he
fouled.
Got fouled.
He popped a little 4-footer and got contact, but the basket counts, but no whistle. First points for Jalen Deloach, the transfer from Virginia Commonwealth. East with a head fake. Pulls it down, shoots the three, misses it off the rim from the left corner. Rebound touched out of bounds by Georgia under the basket. And it'll be Missouri basketball. Dogs with a 3-point lead, 19-16. A lot of offense here in the early portion of the first half. Georgia shooting 80%. The Dogs have hit 8 of their 10 shots to start the game. Missouri almost 60%. They're 7 of 12. Tigers with the basketball. Here's Honor back in. Throws up a one-hander from the right side, right of the lane, and fouled by R.J. Melendez on the shot.
Yeah, he calls that, but they didn't call the foul on the other end.
This will put Nick Honor on the free throw line. Very good free throw shooter at 80% this season, 16 of 20. 5'10 and 200, a graduate transfer, most recently from Clemson. His hometown is Orlando, Florida. He's a right-handed shooter. Ball's in the air, and it's all net. Honor's first point of the game. He averages 11.3 a game, third leading score for the 24-year-old Clemson transfer. They've got a couple of 24-year-old guys.
Yeah,
they have some experience on their roster.
Yeah, they got a few guys just a year or so away from Social Security.
Honor hits a pair of foul shots, says a man with experience in that area. Melendez's three-pointer is blocked out on the perimeter by Jesus Carolero Martin. Missouri has the basketball. Down 1, 19-18. Georgia in front. East on the dribble under the basket. They rotate the ball to Honor. Deep three. Top of the key. Won't go. Rebounded underneath. Putback won't go by Missouri. Jordan Butler, the 7-foot freshman, got the rebound. Missed the putback. And Georgia is going to have possession of the basketball as Missouri fouls on the scramble for the rebound.
Yeah, a rarity. The official called a foul on Missouri. I was stunned.
Fouls on Tamar Bates, his first.
Guy hit R.J. right in the arm while he's taking that three. No call.
Carolero guards the inbound. Melendez feeds it into Hill. Justin with a left-hand dribble into the front court right now. Crosses the timeline. Guarded by Sean East. Jump pass into the corner. Blue fakes the three. Drives baseline. Feeds out top of the key. Hill with a three. Strokes home another one. Justin Hill, that's our fourth three of the half, his first of the game.
And that was a nice setup by a nice pass to start things from Blue Kane.
22-18, Dogs by 4. Tigers with the basketball. Honor out near half court. Lobs it over to Carolero. Into the corner, the 7-foot freshman going to stroke a three. That's no good. Offensive rebound, Missouri. Shot blocked out of the paint from Carolero, but it bounces over to a Missouri player on the near side. East has it now. Drives into the paint. Pops the left-hander. Around the rim and off. No good. Missed it right in front of the basket.
And we finally come down with an defensive rebound there.
Demery takes the ball into the front court. Feeds Melendez for a three in the right corner. That's off the rim. No good. Rebound the Tigers. And East driving length of the floor. Spinning right at the rim. Layup left it short. Rebound goes to Georgia. Dogs with the ball in a 4-point lead, 22-18. Hill on the dribble, guarded out front by Jordan Butler, the 7-footer. Hill drives inside the arc. No look to the right corner, Melendez. And on his drive to the basket, they call
our bench. Our bench is up 7-0 on their bench.
Tigers basketball after the tie-up prior to the timeout. Nick Honor will walk it into the front court, left to right. Goes to Carolero on the right wing, guarded by Blue Kane. Through the paint, jump pass into the corner. Here comes a three ball. That's no good, off the rim. And the fight for the rebound is going to result in a Georgia possession. Missouri touched it last. It'll be the Dogs' ball. 10:31 to play in the first half. Georgia with a 4-point lead. Tigers have missed their last 7 shots now. Jabri feeds it in to his right under the basket to Silas Demery. Guarded by Honor. A screen by Chiwa in the backcourt. Frees up Demery to drive to the basket. Missed a left-handed layup all the way to the backboard. Went sailing high over the rim. Rebounded by the Tigers. Missouri possession. They're in their home white unis today. Georgia in black here on the road. Carolero Martin, jump pass along the baseline into the right corner to Lewis. 10 on the shot clock. They go to Carter, who got a hot start with 8 points early. Carter dribbles, spins on the left block, jump hook around the rim and off, no good. Rebound, Big Chiwa for the Dogs. Russell with a couple of dribbles, and now he finds a guard, and Dimry will bring it across.
I just never think it's a good idea to wait that deep in the clock, because even when you've got a good position, you tend to hurry it.
Dimry drives, impeded by Carter. A little body bump there, no whistle. Pass goes back to Thomason. 8 on the shot clock for Noah. Step back 3 with a left hand. Good. It settled in there nicely. That's his second. He's got 8, and the Dogs extend the lead 25-18. East, slow dribble, far side of the floor. Carolero, top of the key.
Whoa.
Give and go to East. Stolen by Thomason in the paint. Dogs take it away and work right to left.
Big Russell got his hand in there.
Thomason, crossover, step back 3, straight on. Good! Oh, my goodness. Noah top down to under 40%. They've gone 0 for their last 8. Tigers have the ball. They'll bring it up the length of the floor, left to the right. 28-18, Georgia in front. Big Vanover at 7-5 with the ball. For just a second, feeds it to East. East along the baseline. Georgia defends the basket. They get the ball out on the perimeter. Bates with a long 3 from the left wing. And Georgia has the rebound as the 3 bounces off the rim. Dimry with a basketball for the Dogs in front court to our left. Going to drive, slam on the brakes, right of the lane. Finds Noah Thomason back out front. One-handed pass inside to Chiwa, and Big Vanover just reaches his hand in there all sloppy and fouls him. Trying to get a hand on the ball, but he fouled Russell Chiwa.
You know, isn't it kind of odd when he's on the floor that I'm talking about Hanover, that you sit there and suddenly Russell Chiwa looks kind of short.
He does. Well, there are not too many 7'5" players in college basketball. There's 2 of them, to my knowledge. Ole Miss has one, and these guys have one. And we're watching him right now. And Georgia inbounds, and the ball is deflected out of bounds by Missouri on the far side of the floor.
And he wears number 75, as in 7'5".
Georgia will inbound. Sideline in front court. Hill has the ball now. The dribble and shot clock ticks down to 12. 8:13 to go first half. Hill with the ball. Vanover's on him. He finds Thomason in the corner. Noah drives with 5. Needs to put it up. Hill late in the clock. 3-second violation on the Dogs with 0.8 of a second left on the shot clock. They call
we weren't going to get that shot off.
3 seconds. No, you're right.
We weren't going to get that shot off.
Dogs turn it over for the 5th time. 8:01 to go first half. Missouri will walk it up left to right with Tamar Bates, the transfer from Indiana, into the front court. He wears an orangish colored shoe today from Missouri, whose team colors are black and gold. Tigers working around the perimeter. East with the ball. Changes directions on the dribble. Feeds Vanover for a 3, right corner. No good by the 7'5" center. Rebounded by the Dogs. Thomason's got it. Dribbles with the left hand into the front court. Pushes it across the timeline to Hill. He drives into the paint. Pivot. Nowhere to go with it. Feeds it back to Thomason on a lob. Noah against Honor on the baseline. Pulls up for the 16-footer. Good. Noah's got 13 in the half, and Georgia's lead grows to 12. It's 30-18 Dogs. East along the baseline right, under the basket, spins out, gets the ball out front. Fed it to Vanover for just a second, and then back to East. We're smothering Sean East defensively.
Well, they are.
Bates and Vanover confused. They're right next to each other on the left side. Bates has got it back now. We pin him on the baseline. They feed Honor for a deep NBA range 3. That's no good. Saved on the loose ball rebound by Jabri. Jumps in the air over the sideline. Throws it. 7'5" Connor Vanover. Georgia basketball. Backcourt, far sideline. Melendez into Hill. Hill weaves his way into the front court behind Russell Chiwa. Now they work in the half court to our left. Hill changes hands on the drive. Throws it into the corner. Melendez wide open 3. Good! RJ with his first 3-pointer of the game. Georgia's lead is 15 now, 33-18. 18 here in Missouri. .6:15 to play, half number one. Dogs have opened up a 15-point lead. Bates drives, lowers the shoulder, drives right into Melendez, who goes sliding on the seat of his pants under the basket.
Well,
RJ, that's called a charge on Missouri.
Yeah, RJ did a great job of slow. You know, we've talked about playing defense with your feet, and he did it. He slid over on that baseline, got great position.
6:09 to play first half. Melendez throws it into Chiwa, backcourt. Now get the ball into the hands of Justin Hill. And Missouri's in a zone now in the half court. Chiwa, right of the lane, pivots, works against Carter, dribbles into the paint, turns and shoots on the baseline spin, banked it off the square, good. Russell with his second basket of the game, 35-18 Georgia. Keep the pedal down. Here's East, near side to Bates, catch and shoot three, left-hander is good, and that ends a long scoring drought of 7 minutes for Missouri.
Well, he can shoot.
Kane with the ball in front court. Now here's Hill. Abdur-Rahim back to Justin. Long, deep three, straight on. All net good, Justin Hill. Another three by the Dogs. His second and the team's seventh of the half. It's 38-21 Georgia. Shaw has it on the block for Missouri. Going to work against Melendez in deep. And Aiden Shaw at 6'8", banks it home, good. His first basket of the contest. 38-23 Georgia. Dogs ball. Melendez with a left-hand dribble tries to thread the needle along the baseline. Almost got away. Jabri saved it. Kane's got it now. Runs through the paint. Puts it up with the right hand. Errant shot rebounded by Missouri. Tigers with a possession. Georgia with a 15-point lead. Tigers ball. Bates with a head fake and a drive inside. Fadeaway two is going to bounce and roll. And a foul was blown. Seemed like minutes ago. It took forever for that play to continue and for the ball to play out. An and one opportunity for the Tigers and Tamar Bates.
They call
Clock stopped with 4:35 to go. Chiwa got called for the foul. His first, the team's third. And Bates at 6'5", a junior transfer from Indiana, at 93% at the free throw line. 26 of 28 this season. The free throw will put him in double figures if he hits it. Left-handed shooter, spins the ball in the air, all net good. He's their leading scorer right now with 10, 38-26. Georgia's lead is 12. Dogs with the ball. 4.5 minutes, now less than that in half number one. Hill works against Honor. Dribbles to his right. Through the legs, along the three-point line. Hits the foul line. Feeds Melendez for a three. RJ missed it off the front of the rim. Deloach fights for the rebound. Tried to tap it out front near half court. Missouri gets the basketball. Then it's stolen in the backcourt by Hill. The Dogs will take it the other direction.
Defense.
Justin drives inside. Nowhere to go with it as he threw it up after the foul. No, what'd they call? They call
so
it.
He stepped out of bounds when he threw it up. In other words, he was already out of bounds before he was fouled.
Dogs turn it over on a fast break opportunity. Give it back to Missouri. 6 turnovers in the half for the Dogs. Seems like more than that. Less than 4 minutes to go. Georgia 38, Missouri 26. Tigers have the possession. They go into Carter. He's doubled on the right block. Deloach and Thomason. Feeds it out to his right to Aiden Shaw. They go back to East. He attacks underneath, clears some space, and scores on the lay-in right under the basket.
He cleared the defense over to the left side. That's where they thought he was going. Then he laid it back up on the right side.
Missouri, after going 7 minutes without scoring, is connected on baskets in 3 straight now, and they're on a 7-0 run. 38-20. Melendez to throw it in. Feeds it into the backcourt to Demery. East goes with him. Now Silas walks it back into the front side. Demery, right-hand dribble, skip pass to Deloach above the elbow, give and go to Demery. Across the paint, feed to Melendez. His shot is blocked by the Tigers. Missouri takes away the loose ball.
That was great defense. Just great defense. You got to tip your hat to the Tigers there. They went up, saw that coming, and got the perfect block on it.
Missouri forces over 14 turnovers a game. 3 ball by Carter from the left wing from Missouri is good. That's his third of the half. He's got 11, and here come the Tigers now on a 10-0 run. 38-31. Dogs trying to finish the half strong. 2:44 to go. And a turnover. Hill got pinned into the far corner. It's pass intercepted by East to the rack on the other end. No good. And the follow by Aiden Shaw blows the place up here with a two-handed dunk. The students certainly like that. 12 straight points now for the Tigers. Dogs ball. They lose it. Dimry lost the dribble. He dives to the floor to recover the loose ball, and Georgia has the arrow on the jump ball. Dogs saved the possession, almost turned it over for us an 8th time there. But Dimry, quick to the floor, dives on the ball. And Georgia has possession here with 18 seconds to go on the shot clock. 2:21 to go, half number 1, and our 17-point lead, Chuck, is shrinking quickly. It's down to 5.
Well, we've had those turnovers, and we've gotten a little sloppy. Got to protect that ball.
12-0 run for the Tigers after going more than 7 minutes, or right at 7 minutes, without scoring. Chiwa in the paint, spins away from Carter, reach-in foul on Noah Carter, the 6'6 graduate transfer from Northern Iowa. And that should put Chiwa on the free throw line. First foul on Carter, the team's 5th. And it's going to be 2 foul shots for the 7-footer for the Bulldogs, Russell Chiwa. He's ready to go. He steps up there and strokes it home good. All net on the foul shot by Chiwa, 73% this season.
Our first free throw of the game.
And that stops a 12-0 run for Missouri. Georgia's first point in a while. Russell hits them both. 40-33 Dogs. Lead at 7 as we near 2 minutes to play in the half. Honor in the right corner. The Missouri guard gets it out of trouble. Feeds it over to East on the left side of the floor. Picked up by a double team, Chiwa and Kane. They skip it down towards the baseline and back out front between the circles to Honor. Spin move to the foul line. Overhead toss into the corner.
4
Missouri,
seconds.
3 seconds, 2 seconds. Not going to get the shot off, although Honor scoops it, underhands it in there, and it drew the iron right as the buzzer was going off on the shot clock, and Missouri got an offensive rebound. They get to continue the possession. Lob down on the baseline to Carter. We triple team, and Dimry reaching and grabbing for the ball. And Carter ends up flopping on the floor. Team
The ball away from him, I mean, which is perfectly legal, and he just never turned loose on it.
Well, it
and
seemed
went
like
with it.
From Georgia's bench reaction and some of their assistant coaches that Dimry had hands on the ball.
That's what I thought.
That should have been a jump ball
But there
call
was no
instead of a
jump ball
foul.
call.
It'll be Missouri's possession. East lobs it into the 7-footer Jordan Butler. Chiwa out on him, way away from the basket. Now the ball in the hands of Tamar Bates. Skip it to Carter. They work on the far side of the floor. Honor with 9 seconds on the clock. Lobs it back to Carter. He's doubled on the baseline. Back up to Honor. Force a deep NBA range 3.
Oh, my goodness.
28-footer or so. Almost from the sideline over there. Honor hits a long 3, and it's a 4-point game. Georgia had a 17-point lead that has just simply evaporated. 40-36 Dogs. Hill on the drive. Throws it over the defense. Left it short off the side of the rim. Rebound to Missouri. We're getting no offensive rebounds as well. Less than a minute to go. Tigers coming from 17 back. They're down 4 with the ball. Honor. Crossover dribble. Drives to the baseline. Short of the right side of the lane. Get it left side of the floor now. East going to dribble it into the paint. Reverse pivot over Blue. Puts it up and in. Good. It's a 2-point game. 40-38. Missouri coming from 17 down. 17-2 run over the last 4.5 minutes for the Tigers. Wow. Dogs dribble it on the logo and Noah Thomason. 1 second separates the game clock and the shot clock here to end the first half. Thomason crossover through the legs, works against Bates. Long 3 straight on, airballed it. Ball out of bounds with 2.3 to go. Noah missed everything. We haven't seen that kind of a shot in the half from him. He was hitting everything he put in the air.
He used that same move that he's used several times, and they were on it this time. When he made it, they jumped at it.
They reset the clock to the game clock to 3 seconds. Honor throws it into East. He sprints towards the half-court line, into the half, and it will end at 40-38 as Sean East jumper just. Missouri will have the ball to start the second half, and here we go. Bates feeds it into Honor in the backcourt. Missouri will work to our left here in the final half. Tigers on the near sideline to Shaw in the circle. Throw it down on the baseline, and the pass gets away from Noah Carter. He tried to just save it by throwing it over his head.
It's a terrible pass.
Back onto the court, but he turns it over.
But it was a terrible pass to him.
It was.
At a short distance.
Georgia has the possession after the Missouri turnover. See if the Dogs can do something with their first possession of the second half. Demery way out front. Honor guarding. Chiwa trying to screen. Demery follows Chiwa. Right edge of the paint. Jump shot from that spot about 12 feet away is no good. A foul on the play by Missouri as they push Demery to the floor. Silas is going to have free throws coming. 2 shots for Silas Demery, who went just 2 of 6 from the line against Alabama A&M a week ago, and is at 62% from the line.
Clean that up a little right here.
Foul was on Honor for the Tigers, his first, by the way. Demery, free throw, good. 3 points in the game for Silas, a 6'5" freshman from Raleigh, North Carolina. Averages 8.5 points. Third leading rebounder on the team at just over 4.5 rebounds per game and second in assists. His second free throws in the air, and the right-hander buries them both. Good start to the half for the Dogs. It's 42-38 Georgia.
You know, sometimes we'll see Silas struggle in a half, and then he'll come on strong in the second half. Let's hope it's the case today.
Honor dribbles for the Tigers in the right corner. Feeds it out to Bates now. Bates runs into Chiwa, high left wing. To Carter, back to Bates on the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Bates is backing up way behind the three-point line. Now wants to drive. Pull up 2, left side, good over Noah Thomaston.
Well, we've mentioned he shoots 50% from the floor, 40% from behind the arc, and 90% at the free throw line. So he knows how to put the ball in the basket.
And he makes it 42-40. Dogs in front with the ball. Demery on the right wing, right in front of us. Man-to-man defense by Missouri. Demery going to drive to the basket, draws contact, and a foul on the Tigers. Chiwa was on the other side of the basket, and I believe they got East for the foul. Georgia's going to have free throws from Silas Demery again. No, the foul was called on Carter. Noah Carter, excuse me, that's his second. And Demery at the line for the Dogs. The clock stopped, 18.5 minutes to go in the game. And Silas makes his third in a row here to start the second half. 43-40. Georgia had a 17-point first half lead. Missouri cut it to 2 by halftime on a 17-2 run, but they haven't led since early in the game. They had a 2-point lead at 7-5. Demery misses the free throw. Tap out on the rebound by Chiwa. Dogs have it. Sunahara out of the right corner has trouble with the dribble. Now picks it up on the wing. Feeds it to Jabri. Crossover. Jabri inside the arc. Skips it over to Sunahara with 8 to shoot.
Oh, he picked it up.
Feeds it up the wing to Noah with 4, with 3. Thomason attacks. Pulls up for a 3 off the rim. Sunahara, offensive rebound. Saves it. Feeds it back to Noah. Another 3. Again short off the front of the rim.
Oh.
Rebound goes to Missouri.
Listen, we got an offensive rebound. I'm thrilled.
We had a couple in that possession.
Yeah.
43-40. Dogs with a 3-point lead. Missouri with the ball, and Sunahara going to be whistled for a foul on the drive by East, right in front of the Missouri bench. That's the first on R.J. Sunahara, and the team's first of the half. Tigers to inbound the basketball. They give Bates a little time to wipe down. He's got a towel and trying to dry himself off a little bit. I think they had to mop up some spots on the floor as well. Now Honors retying his right shoe. Yeah, I think all the housekeeping is done. I think we're set to go. Anybody got to tuck in their jersey? Anything like that?
Well, they probably need to.
Missouri lobs it in. Carter chases down the ball, attacks the basket, fouled at the rim. Tried to shoot it over Jabri Abdur-Rahim, and Jabri fouled him. That's his first. And it's going to be free throws for the Tigers and Noah Carter. They're a good free throw shooting team.
You know what? Looks like we're going to spend some time at the line on both ends this half.
You might be right. Carter at 78% for the season, a 6'6" graduate transfer from Northern Iowa. As a team, they shoot almost 77%. And the free throw is good. That's better than Georgia's team average of 69.6%. Carter's got a dozen points now for Missouri. He shares the scoring honors with Bates at the moment. Second free throw is also good. 13 points for Carter. A little better than his season average of 11.5. He's the second leading scorer on the team this season. His last 5 games, he's been having some trouble finding the bottom of the basket, shooting just 8% on threes and just 24% overall, but he's doing much better than that today in the SEC opener. 43-42, Dogs by a point. Dimry to drive, and the 7-footer put their hands way out front. Jordan Butler, the 7-foot freshman from Greenville, South Carolina, with his first foul.
I think they've decided that Silas a little too quick for him because they fouled him twice going inside. Now a third time way out court trying to slow his progress, and it's pretty obvious to the official.
Dogs will inbound in front court. Russell Chiwa holds. Now he dribbles. He's going to just take it all the way to the basket and drives and shoots it over their freshman 7-footer and banks it home with a little jump hook with the kiss. Chiwa now with 8, and the Dogs lead is 3 again, 45-42. Air ball by the 7-footer from the right side. No, that's Trent Pierce, 6'10", missed the 3 from the right wing. Georgia rebounds the miss and attacks. Thomason falling away, feeds it to Dimry on the wing. They go into the big guy, Chiwa. Up and in over Butler. He's had a long opportunity to
unload,
express himself to Stephen Anderson and Anthony Jordan, the chief official here today, and the referees. Missouri with a basketball. They're down 5. They work to our left. Tamar Bates holds, skips it to Carter. He's on Sunahara. Reach in for the ball by Jabri, comes up empty. East has it now with 7 to shoot. Crossover by Sunahara down the lane, sweeping lay-in off the rim. Oh, they got a break. The rebound tapped right back to East on the left baseline, and he pops a short 8-footer.
Well, that was on us.
47-44, Dogs by 3 with the ball. Jabri moves to his left for a better look, misses the 3 ball. Rebound comes out on the wing right side, chased down by Noah Thomason. Dogs keep the possession alive. Now a whistle in front of the Dogs bench. Going to get a foul on Nick Honor of Missouri, his second.
You know, Scott, I'm not altogether certain that these officials now aren't going to, they're really trying to keep this game under control because we've had a couple of little dust-ups, and I think they want to make sure that this game stays good and clean.
Missouri with 4 fouls here in the half. Georgia's been whistled for 2. The Dogs have only been called for 6 the entire game. Dogs ball, Justin Hill comes into the contest. To Chiwa, cross-court overhead. They go to Hill in the corner. Nicks the iron on the 3 ball. Nick Honor with the basketball. Drives for the Tigers. Misses the lay-in. Shot rolls off the front of the rim. It's rebounded by Chiwa for Georgia. Half-court pass by Hill to Thomason. Missouri goes for the steal, and basically they knock Noah Thomason to the floor as the ball goes rolling away, and that's going to be a foul.
Lead on Georgia. They haven't been able to do that.
Dogs will inbound in the backcourt. Melendez into Hill. Georgia in black. The Dogs work left to right here in the final half. Hill's picked up his dribble. Oh, nice pass to Chiwa. The lay-in is good, and Russell gets fouled. You got to give it to get it, and Hill just gave it to Chiwa, and he finished the job. Now he's going to the line for one.
Russell Chiwa now 5 for 5 from the floor. He has not missed a shot today. He's also been 2 for 2 at the line.
Foul is on East for Missouri, and Big Russ at the foul line. Free throw in the air, and good.
And now he's 3 for 3 at the line. Still has not missed a shot today. Adam Gillespie.
Are y'all worried about that jinx thing?
Well,
I see
Adam
you guys
is,
here.
you know.
15:28 to go in the ball game. And East, floater in the paint. High arcing shot, good. He pulled up just before he got to Big Russ guarding the rim. And East floats it in to get into double figures. 50-46. Georgia in front as we approach the 15-minute mark to go in the game. Thomason weaves his way into the paint, bounces it out to Hill on the left wing. Justin through the circle, finds Melendez open in the right corner. He attacks along the baseline, tried to lay it up in traffic, and got denied. Ball is loose, picked up by Missouri. Here's Bates on the run, drives all the way to the rim, and kisses it off the backboard good.
Well, ran into each other and fell in the backcourt. So it was basically they had 5 on 3.
Will Howard, one of the officials, no relation, has issued a bench warning on Missouri. That's why the whistle and the stoppage of play. Georgia by 2, 50-48. And about to inbound the ball. R.J. Melendez looking to throw it in. Skips it into Thomason, who hustles back towards the basketball to receive the inbound pass. They try to trap him at half court. Still in the backside. Hill now gets it across with 1 second to spare. Thomason with the ball on the right wing. Back to Hill. Justin catch and shoot 3. Good! Scana Energy 3. Justin Hill, his 3rd of the game. Dogs 53. Missouri 48. Tigers ball in the corner. They throw it away underneath the basket. Carolero Martin had it bounce off his hands, and Melendez was there to pick it off. Dogs ball in the front court right. Jabri to the rack, throws up an air ball on the run. Caught on the other side by Aiden Shaw, the 6'8 forward. Tigers with the ball. Carolero, 3, good, right in front of their bench. His first points of the contest. Jesus Carolero Martin, a transfer from Campbell, 6'7", from Spain, with his first points of the afternoon. 53-51, Dogs in front by 2 with the ball. We go into Big Russell. He's double teamed. He catches the ball over Shaw, and Bates turns to score, and they foul it. They're going to have to earn it at the line. Back to the free throw line. The foul was on Bates. That's 4 on Tamar Bates for the Tigers. And Chiwa at the free throw line. 13 points on the afternoon for Big Russ. 73% foul shooter this season. Chiwa, right-hander, free throw, good, all net. 14 points for Russell Chiwa. He averages 6 to go with 6.3 rebounds a game. He's exceeded that in scoring today, and he's got 4 rebounds. Chiwa actually our leading scorer with 14. 3-point Georgia lead. Chiwa, second foul shot. It's in the air and good. 5 for 5 from the line for Big Russ today.
Boy, don't let Adam hear you say that.
He already did.
Oh.
55-51. Georgia by 4. Tigers with a basketball down to our left. Out of the corner comes Aiden Shaw. They go back to Honor, high left wing. Lob it to Noah Carter. He's doubled on the perimeter. Oh, they run an alley-oop lob. Beautifully. Aiden Shaw catches it in the air and just dunks it home.
Yeah, we left the backside wide open.
Oh, you're not kidding. Not even a screen door. I mean, that door was just wide open. Long three by the Dogs. High rebound off the rim. Goes straight up and down. Chased down by Chiwa. He tries to throw it back up the wing, but it's deflected out of bounds by Carolero Martin right into the Georgia bench. Dogs are going to keep the possession. Chiwa's playing his tail off today. 15 points, 5 rebounds. He's made all of his shots from the field and the foul line today. Russ has got it right in front of us. Underhands it to Hill. They trap it. He spins away from it. On the logo, steps through, throws it to Melendez in the corner. Didn't shoot the three, gives it back to Hill. He'll drive through traffic, try to scoop it up and in. They block the shot and knock him to the floor. Crowd doesn't like the call. They call a foul on Noah Carter from Missouri.
It looks like they gave him 2 shots. I couldn't tell if he was shooting, but it was on the far side, and we have someone positioned in front of us here.
There's a lot of bodies between us and our viewpoint here on this end of the floor. Hill at the line. Free throw number 1 is too deep, no good. Justin has not shot his free throws well this season, just 57%. And a second foul shot, so they did call the 2-shot foul. The Dogs are in the bonus. Missouri's got 8 fouls here in the half, but that was 2 shots, and Hill made the back end. Missed the first, made the second. He's got 10 points, and Georgia's lead is 3, 56-53. 12:25 remaining in the game. East drives against Kane, hesitates, now goes baseline, spin move, hooks a pass into the left corner for a 3 to tie it. It won't go, off the rim. Blue Kane goes up high for the rebound, will bring it to half court. Feed it up ahead to Demery. Demery on the right baseline, into Honor. He's triple teamed, and they just mugged the guy, and Carter just pulls him out of the way. But Demery lost the basketball on the baseline, and they call it out of bounds on Georgia. It's going to be Missouri's basketball. The 3 bodies went right at number 4, Silas Demery, and just kind of bumped him out of bounds, but no whistle there. Tigers can tie it with a 3. Carter, spin move, takes a 2 instead, no good. And again, no body on Aiden Shaw on the dunk. No, they wave it off. Steven Anderson is waiting. Their baskets have come like the one that was just reviewed on backdoor dunks and things of that nature. Georgia with the ball and a 1-point lead. Hill in the backcourt. Skips it across the timeline to Melendez, to Chiwa, runs away from the right block, hands it to Hill on the wing. Justin moves to his left, wants to shoot the 3, pulls it down and feeds it to Demery. He drives, kicks it to Melendez, barely draws iron with the 3, misses again from the left corner. Rebound to Missouri. They can take their first lead since early in the game if they score on this possession. East changes directions, and he does score with a reverse lay-in.
Well, R.J. Melendez lost him on the baseline. Gave him an easy bucket.
57-56, Tigers' first lead since the 1807 mark. Dogs miss a jump shot on the right side. Falling down was Blue Kane. Rebound goes to Missouri. Tigers with the basketball. They lead by 1. Now East, one-hander off the left baseline is no good. Ricochets down to Georgia on the rebound. Demery's got the ball. Dogs trail for the first time in a long time here by 1 with 10:45 to play. Georgia works in the front court. Demery brings the ball to the right side of the floor. On the dribble, cross court to Blue Kane. Catch and shoot 3, wide open, missed it. Rebound tapped out by Chiwa, I think.
I think it's them. I think it's off 23.
Yeah, maybe Aiden Shaw, you may be right. Georgia will have the ball when 20 seconds reset on the shot clock. Dogs just 1 for 8 on threes here in the second half.
Well, we've got some 3 shooters back in the lineup now. Thomason and Jabri back on the court for Georgia.
Melendez having one of those tough afternoons shooting the basketball, just 1 for 7 today, and he's one of the Dogs' scorers, 1 for 5 on threes. Demery can't get the ball in on the baseline and has to call for timeout to avoid a 5-second call. 10:31 on the game clock. 30-second timeout being used by Georgia. Put in for Georgia, right baseline down to our right. Feeds it into Thomason, East right on top of him. Man-to-man defense for the Tigers. Thomason dribbles onto the block, slips and falls on the floor. Ball rolls out of bounds, and the Dogs turn it over.
Did not get a shot off.
9th turnover of the game for Georgia. Honor throws it in on an angle to his right to East. He'll trot it into the front court to our left. Dimry guarding. East changes directions. Left-hand dribble between the circles. Overhead toss to Carter, near side. Back to East. Sean East dribbles through the legs. Picked up defensively now by Jabri. They go to Noah Carter. Spins against the double team. Sweeping lay-in. Rolls off the rim. The rebound is tipped out underneath by Georgia. Dimry and Chiwa were there. Anthony Jordan says the Dogs poked it out of bounds. Missouri's going to need another opportunity here with 20 seconds on the shot clock. 10:03 to go in the game. East, high lob into Carter, handoff to East. Sets for a three, drives, oh my goodness, and feeds Shaw for another driving, high-flying, two-handed dunk.
Well, again, that's a second chance opportunity because we missed the offensive rebound. The defensive rebound. Gave them that second chance.
Shaw has 8 points, 6.5, and all 6 of those on dunks like that one we just saw. 3-point lead for the Tigers. Georgia called for a charge, and Russell Chiwa just bullying his way down the lane and taking a white jersey with him. Drawing the charge from Missouri was Jesus Carolero Martin. 59-56, Tigers with their largest lead of the game. 3 points. Ten turnovers now for Georgia. Missouri has it. East sprints into the front court. Ran so fast he left the ball behind him. Had to go back and pick it up as he lost the dribble.
Justin Hill almost was the beneficiary of that.
East works against Hill now, far side of the floor. He drives into the paint, floating one-hander. Won't go with the left hand. Rebounded by Jabri for the Dogs. Abdur Rahim feeds Hill, diagonal far side to Thomason, and he gets it into the front court. Noah Thomason attacks the basket, driving layup good from the left side. Noah with his first basket of the second half. 9 minutes to go. He's got 15 points. 59-58, Tigers by 1. Missouri basketball, Honor between the circles to Carolero Martin. Into the corner to Shaw. Now into the paint to Carter.
Oh my gosh. Took about 4 steps with the basketball.
He looked at the basket to shoot and then threw it out on the wing to East with 2 to shoot, with 1 to shoot. East, they won't get a shot off. They floated up there right at the horn, missed the lay-in or the little floater from 2 feet, and Georgia rebounds. They let them play on. No shot clock violation. Dogs with the ball. Hill through the paint to Jabri for 3. Got the bounce and the roll. Woo! And a Scana Energy 3 the hard way.
I think the glass gets part of the credit for that shot.
Dogs back in front, 61-59. Timeout, Missouri. 8:10 to go. This will turn into the 8 wrong again in Georgia's favor, outscoring Missouri 17-3.
Yeah, that's been a terrific advantage for Georgia, is that ability to bring guys that can score off that bench.
Tigers basketball, they trail by 2. Carter has it, dribbles against Kane on the block, throws it to a teammate, Shaw. Ball gets away from Aiden Shaw. It was a low bounce pass. It deflected off his body and out of bounds on the baseline.
Yeah. Blue Kane was doing a good job of denying the ball down there. And, Blue Kane can play some defense now. He's not strictly an offensive shooter. He can play defense.
Dogs have the ball in a 2-point lead. Hill's got a lane, and he takes it to the rack and lays it in. Missouri tried to swat at it late, but Shaw couldn't get to it to deflect the ball, and Justin Hill scores on the driving layup. He's got 12 points, and Georgia's lead is 4. 63-59 Dogs. East, pull up on the left baseline. Floater with the left hand, won't go. He fights for the rebound, gets his own miss, and reverses it up and in.
See, and that's what we can't have. Guys getting rebounds right at the rim.
And the Dogs turn it over. Blue Kane has to get away from him in the far corner in front court. Missouri's going to get it on Georgia's 11th turnover now. Dogs by 2, 63-61, 7:18 to go. East dribbles in the front court with a right hand for the Tigers. Slow lob to Carter as they get the ball on the far side of the floor. Overhead pass down on the baseline to Noah Carter. Tries to one-hand it up from about 6 feet away. It bounced off the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Dogs. Georgia has Jalen Deloach on the floor along with Hill, Thomason, Kane, and Jabri. Hill into the paint, looks at the basket, sends it out to the wing to Thomason. Back up the wing to Hill. He'll take the three. Missed it off the rim. Rebounded by Missouri.
Yeah, not a black jersey anywhere near that offensive rebound.
East has possession. Dribbles with the left hand. Now the Tigers will slow it down a little bit. 6.5 minutes to go. 2-point lead for the Dogs. Shaw feeds it back behind him to East. He'll lob it over to Tamar Bates. He'll walk it slowly over the logo to the right wing. Honor trying to come and get it. Blue Cane denies. They send it to East instead. 5 to shoot, 4 to shoot. East crossover. Oh, we reach in and fouled him with Jabri.
We did.
Shot clock was winding down. East stepped through 2 defenders, and Abdur Rahim reached across and grabbed it. Jabri picks up his second. Team's 4th. Missouri gets 20 on the shot clock and gets to inbound the basketball. 6:11 to go in the game. They feed it into Carter. Catch and shoot 3. Missed it from the corner. Should have been an over the back on Shaw over Deloach trying to get the rebound, but they tip it out anyway.
Well, that's what they've been doing, is going up over the top of our guys, and they're not getting called for it. So look, I don't blame them for keep doing it.
Yeah, that's right. Do it until you whistled for it, right? Deloach has it for Georgia. Stops short of the half-court line. Feeds it back to Jabri. Got to get it across the timeline. He does with a couple of seconds to spare. Abdur Rahim now lowers his head, drives into the paint, pivot, reverse pivot, puts it up, misses it short on the right side. Rebounded by Noah Carter, the 6'6 graduate transfer from Northern Iowa. Honors got the basketball now for the Tigers. The 5'10 guard, transfer from Clemson. Goes right baseline. Deloach cuts him off, skips it up out on the wing to Shaw. No, that is Shaw. Little floater with one hand is good from right of the lane. He's in double figures with 10, 8 of those coming in this half. That's his first basket in this half that hasn't been a dunk. We're tied at 63. 5:16 to go. Crowd standing here at Mizzou Arena. Not quite full, but close to a packed house today. Hill, floater with the right hand, with the kiss off the glass. Off the rim, no good. Rebound to Missouri. East in front court. In the right corner, going to drive on the baseline. We foul him again. And they got Jabri for the foul. East might be a little too quick for Abdur Rahim, at least off the dribble.
Well, we're getting Big Russell back in there. That'll help protect that rim a little bit.
Chiwa and Demery check in. Deloach comes out and Blue Cane comes out for Georgia. 4:57 remaining. We're tied at 63. The Dogs have had a 17-point lead in this game. Missouri's big lead of the contest has been 3. East on the baseline, double team, finds Shaw with a nice pass through the lane, and another dunk by Shaw.
Right through our defense. He passed that one right through our defense, right to the rim, and an easy dunk.
Shaw, the 6'8 sophomore from Overland Park, Kansas, is wearing out the Dogs in the second half. Hill, jump pass, cross court to Jabri, steps back close to the three-point line. Jumper won't go around the rim. Offensive rebound, Chiwa feeds Hill for a 3. It's good, right wing. Justin Hill right in front of our bench gives Georgia a 1-point lead, 66-65.
Clutch shot from Justin, but a great rebound from Russell. Gave us that second chance opportunity, which we've been unable to take much advantage of today on the rare occasions we've had them.
7th offensive rebound by the Dogs this afternoon. Honor with a crossover, gets by Hill, goes inside. We reach in and rip the ball out of his hands and roll it away. It rolls over the end line. It's going to be Missouri ball. Noah Thomason thought it maybe trickled off one of the Missouri players' points today. Thomason, Hill, and Chiwa. They are our leading scorers. Missouri to inbound, down to our left. East lobs it in, holds the ball up high, and feeds it in to Carter. Noah Carter works against Dimry, dribbles it into the lane, right-handed lay-in attempt, short, off the front of the rim, rebounded by Chiwa.
Well, see, he couldn't get that over Russell. That was Russell did his job that time, protecting that rim and then grabbing that rebound.
7th rebound of the game for Russell Chiwa, the 7-footer. Dimry, open three, good, buried it right of the circle, just stepped into the shot and gave Georgia its 12th three-pointer of the afternoon. That's a season high. 69-65 Dogs. Missouri basketball. Honors picked up this dribble, turns around and finds Bates behind him. Bates playing with 4 fouls and 3:12 to go. Bates works one-on-one with Thomason. Spins at the line. We swipe at the ball in the paint. Forces it up against the double team. Off the front of the rim. 8th rebound for Chiwa and the Dogs. Hill's got it. He'll trot it into the front court, left to right. Justin over the logo, looks to the Georgia bench to get the instructions. Mike White vigorously calling out the play. They go to Big Russell. He charges towards the basket, and they drill him. He ends up on the floor, sliding under the basket.
That's a lot of man down on the floor right there.
Foul called on Missouri. And they got Aiden Shaw. That's his first.
Well, when you knock Russell to the floor, you feel the building shake, can't you?
2 shots coming for Big Russ. Chiwa's had quite the afternoon. 15 points, 8 boards, and going to the line again. 69-65. Dogs by 4. And we're getting down to crunch time. 2:46 remaining. Big Russ, free throw, all net, good. Chiwa now 6 for 6 from the line today. $70-65 Dogs. Russell gets a second shot. The big right-hander puts it up and good. Chiwa having his best game as a Bulldog here in the SEC opener. 71-65 Dogs. Honor falls down on the left end of the floor under the basket.
Georgia called. Did we get the timeout?
Face down. We tried to tie him up. Honor was just laying on top of the ball.
We got the timeout. It's Georgia basketball.
Georgia was able to get the ball away from
and
Honor
the timeout
under the basket. Feeds it into Thomason. They trap him in backcourt across the hill. Lead pass to Chiwa into the front side. We beat the clock.
Well, that's a nice target, isn't it?
Easy to see.
Yes.
Hill walks over the logo for Georgia. Shot clock at 10. Hill to Jabri. Thought about taking an NBA range 3. Backs it up instead. 5 to shoot. Gives it to Justin Hill. He's going to attack. Shoots a long 3. Knuckleball. Won't get there. Well, it got there, but drew the rim.
Russell got
rebound. Offensive rebound by Chiwa on the left baseline.
Of all things, boy, what a clutch time to come up with an offensive rebound.
9th rebound of the game for Chiwa. He's 1 away from a double-double. 7 to shoot for Hill. Crossover, behind the back dribble, stumbles a little bit, throws it into the corner. Jabri for 3, no good. Rebound tapped by Missouri and controlled by the Tigers. They trail by 6, 100 seconds to go in the game. East gets free, floater down the lane. With one hand, won't go off the rim. He had a good look at it and just missed it.
Boy, and Dimry just stole it off the rim, didn't he?
Silas rebounds in the backcourt to Chiwa. Back to Dimry. He's bumped at the half-court line, and they call a 10-second violation on the Dogs. Mike White was trying to call a timeout. Steven Anderson didn't give it to him, and the Dogs turn it over on a 10-second backcourt violation.
Wow.
Twelfth turnover of the game for Georgia. Now Dennis Gates will sub in the 7-footer Jordan Butler, the freshman, and bring Aiden Shaw out of the contest. 71-65. The entire bench is standing for Georgia. Back to our right. Honor with the ball in play for Missouri. Dribbles between the circles, guarded by Hill. Drives to his right, feeds it into the corner. Big Butler comes out of the corner, dumps it into the paint to East. He stumbles with it. They go in the left corner for a 3. Missed that stroke off the rim by Bates. It's rebounded by Georgia, and a foul on Missouri. They call the foul on Trent Pierce, a 6'10 freshman.
Well, they're in that situation where they can't afford empty possessions. They had to get that rebound, and the only way to get it was to push Russell.
That's a double bonus, too, for Georgia. 10th team foul. on Missouri as we pause for station identification on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Two shots for Chiwa at the line, and that's his first free throw miss of the day. It went around the rim and kicked off left. Chiwa with 17 and 10, his first double-double as a Bulldog, the 10th of his career. Led the American Conference at USF last season in rebounding, getting it done today on the glass as well with 10 boards. And that second foul shot is good. Missed the first, made the second. His only miss all day. He's 8 for 9. Georgia's lead is 72 to 65. Missouri ball as we've got a minute to play.
That's a bad place to get trapped down there.
Honor trapped on the left low block, below the block, right on the baseline to the left of the basket. Georgia had him pinned in on the baseline.
They had 3 guys pinned him in there. He had nowhere to go.
They throw it off Georgia, and Missouri will inbound the basketball. Feed it into Bates in the left corner. He dribbles towards the paint. Reverse pivot. Left-handed layup.
Oh, late whistle.
And they got Abdur-Rahim for a late foul.
That's a late whistle.
Jabri with his 4th. 6 on the Dogs. This will send Bates to the free throw line for 2 in the act of shooting with 54.6 to go.
He's a 90% free throw shooter.
Left-handed shooter, transfer from Indiana, free throw number 1, short. Hit the front of the rim.
Did I mention that he's a 90% free throw shooter?
You did.
Let me mention that again.
Actually, he's 93%. Well, he's not anymore because he missed that one. Second foul shot in the air and good. Missed the first one. That was a big miss, though. It's a 6-point lead for Georgia with 54.6 to go. Dimry moves along the baseline, out of bounds, feeds it into Thomason, who hustles back to the ball. Back to Dimry. Got to sprint it into the front court. They trap him. He picked up his dribble, steps through, and finds Hill on the other side of the timeline. And they foul Justin Hill, far side of the floor, as he tried to dribble through 2 defenders, and Nick Honor fouled him. Double bonus for Georgia, and they'll put Hill on the line. And Justin has struggled at the free throw line this season, below 60%. He's 1 for 2 today.
He's been known to be pretty clutch, though, in games like this.
Let's hope so. There's the free throw. And hits off the back of the rim, no good. Hill with 15 points, 1 for 2 from the line today. He'll get another opportunity here with the clock stopped at 44.5 seconds remaining. That free throw will rim out. Missed them both. Missouri with the ball. They've got to go in a hurry. It's a 2-possession game. East around the defense all the way to the basket, and a running layup is good. Where was the defense that time?
Well, there was nobody there. All of our guys were out front trying to protect, I think, against the 3. He just drove it right in, laid it up.
4-point game. Missouri full court pressure in the backcourt. Jabri spins into the front side, picks up his dribble. They trap him, feeds Dimry. They're trying to double him, and East comes in for a quick foul. East with a foul. That'll put Dimry on the line for 2 shots. Silas at 62% from the line. They should have let Jabri hang on to the ball until they fouled him. He's our best free throw shooter out there right now. Jabri and Chiwa,
I'll tell you
percentage-wise, are the best free throw shooters Georgia has on the floor.
We saw Silas hit some clutch free throws down in Tallahassee against FSU.
Here's Dimry for the first of 2. That free throw is good, all net. Silas has shot his freebies well today. He's 4 for 4. All of those coming here in the second half. Dimry can get into double figures if he hits the second one. Georgia 73, Missouri 68. And he hit them both. 74-68 Dogs. 24.5 seconds to go. Pierce in for Missouri, and Aiden Shaw out. They bring in the 7-foot freshman. Tigers inbound the basketball. East has it in his hands. No time to waste. Sprints into the front court, right to the basket. He backs Thomason down, misses a shot right under the bucket. Rebounded by Hill, and he's fouled immediately with 14.4 to go.
Adam, get out that headset. Get out that headset, Adam. Get it plugged in, all ready for our guest after this game's over.
Hill will go to the line for 2 shots. Georgia leads by 6. And some of this crowd of over 12,000 starts to head for the gates. Free throw, Hill, good. That'll send a few more running. Hill now with 16 points. Free throw is good. Here's the second one. It's in the air, off the rim, no good. 75-68 Dogs, 10 seconds to go. Deep three by Honor. Won't go. Rebound, Chiwa. Holds it up high. Look at him. Just hold it up high. Nobody's going to grab at it. 2 seconds, 1 second. Game over. Dogs win on the road in the SEC opener. Your final this afternoon from Missouri, Georgia, 75. And the Tigers, 68.